Okay. Let's come back over. Okay, prepare a bank reconciliation. So what do you need for bank reconciliation? You need a couple of things. You need last month's bank reconciliation. You need the bank statement, and you need a check register for this month. Okay, so last month's bank reconciliation is internal. The bank statement is external, and your check register for this month is internal. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look. So here's my bank balance and here's my book balance. I'm going to look at my bank account, my bank statement, and I'm going to look at every single item that has cleared or been deposited, debited or credited. And I'm going to double check to see if it's in my check register. Okay. If it's not, I'm going to go back and double check and see if maybe it was included in last month's bank reconciliation. Maybe I have an outstanding check from last month that cleared this month. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at all that. Then I'm going to look at my check register. Every single item that's on my check register should be in my bank account. If I'm missing something from either one of those, I need to make note of it because I need to do my adjusting entries. Okay. So here we go. The balance of a checking account reported on the bank statement rarely equals the balance. Okay, that's very true. Okay, here's the blah, 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 blah. Okay, cash balance per books. I add anything that maybe the bank collected something for me on my behalf. Maybe we had some NSF fees or some bank fees. Maybe somebody made a mistake. So this plus or minus gives me my adjusted cash balance. Then I look at my cash balance per my bank statement. I double check to make sure every check that I wrote during that time period has cleared the bank account. If it has not, it becomes an outstanding check. Okay? We subtract those. I'm going to double check every single one of my deposits to make sure they cleared the bank. If there's a deposit, gosh, if there's a deposit in there that I wrote, but the bank still does not have, that's considered a deposit in transit. That usually happens at the end of the month. And then, plus or minus any errors. And so what happens is we do this, and when we get done with all these adjusting entries, these two balances should equal. And it's beautiful. It's wonderful. So here we go. Here's a bank statement balance. Okay, here's a deposit in transit minus my outstanding checks. Yay, 1845. Okay, now the book side. There's the book ending balance. I'm going to add the collected note plus the interest earned, and then I'm going to subtract the NSF and the check printing. And I'm going to end up with the same amount. They have to balance. If they don't, you've done something wrong, and you need to go back and double check. It's really easy. Basically, what I do whenever I've had to do bank statement reconcile, we call it wrecking the bank. Whenever I've had to do this, I usually make a copy of my bank statement so I can write all over it. And then I make a copy of my check register again so I have it so I can write all over it. And I just go back and forth clearing everything from each side. And here's another example. Let's see. I think they're doing the same thing over and over again. Here's the journal. This is cash, notes receivable, cash, interest revenue. Normally we call this bank fees, cash. And then accounts receivable. This is the person I'm going to go after because their check didn't clear or whatever happened with it. Okay, now we're going to do days sales in accounts receivable. Okay, so you take your accounts receivable divided by your net sales and then multiply by 365. So this is how I've been taught. I'm going to do it the way I've been taught. You can do it however way you want to. I don't mind. So I'm going to go my beginning accounts receivable, my ending accounts receivable, my average accounts receivable, and there's my sales. And so I'm looking at, okay, my beginning accounts receivable was 693. My ending was 879. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to use my average. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to go this plus this. I'm just going to use the average. And my sales were 26509. Okay. So this is the easiest way to do it. This is my accounts receivable turnover. They're doing number of days sales. I'm going to take that sales divided by my average accounts receivable, and I got 33.72646. So then, number of days in sales, I'm going to take 365 and divide it by the 33.72, and I'm going to get 10.822, which mine, they got 12.1. I got 10. I'm going to trust mine more than I'm going to trust theirs. So that's going to be, you can do it that way. Accounts receivable. Divided by sales times by 365. See, I come up with a different number totally. Let's see if it has to do. Nope, I still come up with a different number. I like mine better. Okay. I like mine totally a whole lot better than what they're doing. I just did Starbucks, their day sales uncollected. I'm going to do the same thing again because we did Starbucks and now they want to do Jack in the Box. Okay, my accounts receivable. Beginning was 57.45. There's my average, 950. Pretty darn close, but not quite. My numbers still look a whole lot better. So basically that's what it is. So basically they're telling you how long it's taking you to collect your accounts receivable. I don't like the methodology they used. I like my method a whole lot better because that's how I've been taught. I take my beginning and ending, add it together, get my average. Sales divided by my average gives me my turnover. So it turns over 33 times in a year. How many months do we have in a year? We have 12. So basically this is every 10 days. We're able to collect our accounts receivable. This one every 20 days. I expect this totally. The reason being, how many of you have gone to Starbucks and told them that you want to take out a credit line and you want to get your coffee on credit? It doesn't happen. You have to pay for your coffee. So they have very little accounts receivables. Okay, so that's how that one works. Okay, you guys can go in there and look at those if you feel like it. Oh, alternative tax. Okay, you can go check those out too if you want to. But I am done, believe it or not. Oh my gosh, and I got 15 minutes before I got to come see you guys. So, woohoo, makes me happy. I've got 3 and 6 done. All I have left to do is 12.